Most of us communicate by way of words, but imagine not having the ability to articulate what you want to say. For one young man with autism, that was the case until a year ago. 10 News anchor Robin Wilhoit shows us how a board with 26 letters of the alphabet has now given him a voice.
Let's do a lesson and then we'll go from there. So the cherry blossoms, which are also known in Japanese as sakura.
It's a lesson unlike most.
Nice and slow.
Michael McIntyre has autism. Watching him, you might assume he isn't listening. Pointing to the letters on the board, Michael answers the questions correctly.
J-A-P-A-N, Japan.
It's a method called spelling to communicate. Kelly Howell, a certified practitioner, has worked with Michael for the last year.
Michael is what I would call an unreliable speaker. And so he has a lot of speech, but it's very loopy or scripted speech. And we hear the same things from him over and over again. By using the board, he can use the gross motor skills of his arm to poke rather than those fine motor skills needed for the articulators for speech.
Howell says for people like Michael, it's a brain-body disconnect.
What does that term mean?
Hal holds a board with the letters of the alphabet and coaches him.
And?
The goal is to develop motor skills because pointing is now proving more reliable in conversation than speaking. Hal says spelling to communicate has given Michael a voice.
Now I can ask you anything because with 26 letters, you have infinite possibilities.
Ready? You got this. Ready? Breathe it through. Here you go.
Possibilities that for 2 decades, Michael's parents thought would be forever out of reach.
Well, he was diagnosed with autism when he was 2. Lost some language, lost some skills, lost some connection.
I need 10 minutes inside my son's head to know his thoughts, his dreams, what he wants to do, what hurts him, just what is going on in his head. And with spelling to communicate, I don't have to have those I don't have to wish anymore.
But critics of spelling to communicate question whether it's the voice of the person pointing or that of the person holding the board. The American Speech Language Hearing Association has issued a warning about spelling to communicate, saying it lacks scientific evidence of effectiveness. On its website, it outlines those concerns and rejects the practice.
Here you go.
The McIntyres say they can't unsee what happens when Michael is in front of the letterboard.
Seeing is believing. I mean, it didn't take me much. It didn't take me many times watching it to go, hold on, well, there's something going on here.
They've clearly never held the board. Because for me, that was it. That was the moment where I didn't know what letter he was going to poke. I didn't know his answer. A. Then after A comes.
And now the McIntyres say they do know Michael's dreams and goals. He spells them out.
I want to be an adult, and I want to be the man I can be.
And this is your conversation.
These are
our conversations.
Those are direct quotes via
from
this board.
My little book, and we have, it goes on. I want to voice my concerns about having choices and having my choices respected. I want to live my own life.
Robin did ask for an on-camera interview with a representative from the association that warns against spelling to communicate. We were instead directed to its website. As for Michael, he graduated from the University of Tennessee Future program last year and plans to continue taking classes at the University of Tennessee.